Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day.
Yeah, it's time for variant 3 of Lark, all together now in Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms. Cheers everyone, I'm your dystopian innkeeper. Let's have another look at the restrictions of all together now to reach area 1600 for tier 4. Lark starts innovation. He can be moved but not removed. You may only use champions who have fallbacks, tieflings, evil, multiclassed. That's not exactly true. Well, okay. Going to show you soon. Or have a charisma of 13 or lower. 2 backup musicians, and that's also not correct. We'll see. Join the formation, they just get in the way. Getting to know Lark. Lark's specialization choice determines which sort of champion he works best with. Build a formation that makes the most of his buffs. I prepared a possible formation. And as you can see, there's just one backup musician. Well, not complaining, just pointing out. So my idea would be to have Cattie-brie as a BUD setting champion here. Miria and Barrowin are reliable tanks. Omin is still the greatest buffer. Chilaxel for gold at lower areas. Going to switch to Kent at higher areas for even more buffs for Cattie-brie. Gale joins the formation. He can buff Cattie-brie. There's a 2 columns. He's 2 columns behind. He's buffing champions 2 columns ahead of him. Merilwen as a great buffer and Strix as a backup, especially with his Haunted ability that will give us some boost as soon as the champions start to die. And Strix is also a death ward. If an ally within 2 spaces of Strix is about to be killed, Strix instead loses 50% of her max health, and the ally regains 50% of the max health and is immune to all damage for 10 seconds. Good. That would be the plan. Let's have a look at Lark's specialization. So mathematically, it's definitely the center of attention here. Increases the damage of Devil May Care, buffing all columns except the front and the very the column, the last column to the left, by 297.9% for each fallback champion and our champion with a charisma score of 13 or lower in the formation, stacking multiplicatively. Qualified champions 7. So I do not excel at math, but that's a no-brainer. Good. Already at area 75, and I'm going to let that formation run until well, we're either at close to area 1600 or as soon as we run into problems. And in the meantime, I think you know how it is. I'm not saying goodbye. No. Well, I'll see you soon at area, let's say 1400, or whenever we run into a problem. See you soon. Cheers, everyone. Hold on. Just 1 second. Let's have a look at Lark's items. Already at 108. I didn't invest any blacksmith contracts in him. But we're getting closer and closer to maxing the glass of Sar, increasing the Lark's bardic perspiration ability by now 74.4%. That's his ability where it jumps to the next area and spawns now 1.74 enemies. However, he does spawn 0.74 enemies, but something between 1 and 2 enemies in the next area before the formation even arrives. And the last resort, his crossbow is at item level 107 and increases the effect of Devil May Care by now 391.6%, almost 400%. Good. Wish me luck. I'm going to need it. It says nothing about fire breath potions. So yes, you can use fire breath potions, and that will most definitely help. Good. I'll see you at a higher area, whatever that area is. Cheers, everyone. Reaching area 600. Done. I switched to more speedy formation. Laersel, BBEG, Melf, still going strong. Click damage does the trick. The fire breath potions still work. Yeah, talking about those restrictions that are not really exact. There is just one backup musician, that one, in front of Gale. Lark doesn't count as a backup musician, I would say. Then it says here, you may only use champions who are multi-classed. And guess what? Jaheira is a fighter and a druid. 2 classes. We can't use her. She's blocked. So, nope. Those restrictions are not correct. And can you move Lark? No. See? That's not correct either. If I try to move Gale into Lark's spot, nope, doesn't work, it's blocked. Well, that's either a bug or the description of the restrictions is wrong. Be that as it may, I'm reaching area 800, halfway through, with Melf in a tanking position. I'll see you at area, I don't know, whenever we run into problems. Good. See you soon. Cheers again, everyone. Area 1000. Done. Cheers, everyone. I rebuilt the formation. Got Miria and Barrowin back as tanks. Now, new information is Makos buffing Cattie-brie with his Dark Blessing ability. Increases the damage of champions not adjacent to Makos by 5.03 to the power of 10%. Got Omin back in, got Merilwen back in, losing speed but gaining gold and buffs for the one and only Cattie-brie. I'll see you at area whatever it is. See you soon. Area 1117. We're running into problems. Well, Cattie-brie is still soft capped, so let's give her some levels. And let's get in Kent. Yeah, it's time for Kent at area 1120. Done. Kent comes into play as another buffer for Cattie-brie. This is going to be so close. I have a bad feeling about this. Area 1600 with those restrictions. Not sure if I'm going to make it. We'll see. Well, see you soon. Cheers, everyone. Area 1200. Running into problems already. Well, we'll see. We'll see. What if I replace Makos with Strix? The overall damage, yes, goes down. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Whoa, now it's lagging. Got better. Got better. Good. Not good. Not good at all. Formation is down. Goodness. Getting in all the ultimates. Nope. Maybe now it's time for Strix. Oh yes, that worked. The Death Warden ability. The Death Ward, pardon, Death Ward ability saves the tanks once per area. And the Haunted ability will go up Increases the damage of all champions by 100% for every champion death in the formation while Strix is in it, with stacks persisting until you reset. So the more often the champions die, the higher that haunted ability will buff the damage of all champions. So in fact, you want your champions to die every now and then. See, 15 stacks now, a total bonus of 2.95 to the power of 4, with her snack-filled witch hat of Strix increases the effect of Strix Haunted ability by 1308%. 29 haunted stacks now. Yeah. $1,300. Okay, that might be within reach, but not 1,600. Absolutely not. Not with those restrictions. Well, we'll see. I let it run until I hit a wall, which might be very, very soon. And yeah, see you down. I think that already is the wall, let's face it. Yeah. We hit a wall at area 1259. Strix Haunted stacks go up. But that won't help all too much. Simply lacking a good BUD setting champion. Artemis is always an option, sure, but I have to give up Omin for that. And Omin is just way too precious as a gold find and a champion and as a support champion. Then again, why not give it a try? Why not give Artemis a try? Yep. So Artemis is now BUD setting, which means we could get in. We have to replace. That doesn't work either. Goodness, that's an awful formation and awful restrictions. Area 1285. You're gonna make it? Yes, good. Okay. So, oh, Tatiana. Instead of Barrowin. Let's try that. Let's see where her faithful friend ability lands. On Gale. Oh, well. Doesn't make much of a difference, right? Goodness. Yep. Replacing Strix with Makos. Nah. At area 1290, we hit a wall. So right now, now that's just guesswork at the moment. I admit, I'm on my wits' end. Warden instead of Makos. Nah, doesn't work either. No. No. Sorry, it's just guesswork. Not even Artemis gets enough buffs. Ooh. Yep, we're done. The formation is defeated. Sometimes, yes, you have to admit defeat. At area 1290, I admit defeat. Then again, Lark gets 200 item levels and 3 gold chests. I might give it a second try, Variant 3 altogether now, with Lark having 200 more item levels and a bit more because of those 3 gold chests. We'll see. Maybe I'll give it another try. We definitely reached tier 3 on all adventures, which means Lark will now increase the damage of all champions by 200%. The effect of Lark's Devil May Care ability will be increased by 400. He will get the durable feat, increasing his constitution score by 1. And the last, the tier 3 bonus, is the Rapt Audience ability will be increased by 2400%, and Lark will get the Keen Mind feat, increases his intelligence score by 1. Probably not going to make it to tier 4. That would be increases the effect of Lark's specializations by 100%. So all specializations go up by 100%, and the Multiversal Allies feat increases the damage of all champions by 20% for each unique species in the formation, stacking additively. No idea if that's within reach. Probably not. Let's quickly check. Strix's Haunted stacks 277 and going up because my champions keep dying at the boss area 2090. Bummer. One last chance for Barrowin. No. Okay. Admitting defeat. Next up, Shadowheart. There will be a deep lore video coming up soon. and we're going to tackle tier 4 on all her variants. Good. Once again, admitting defeat. Cheers anyway. I'll see you soon with a deep lore video of Shadowheart and the next try to get her to tier 4. In the meantime, I think you know how it is. Everyone, have fun. Even if you are defeated, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.
Pick up your gear and open your chests. Throw on your armor and head out on a quest. Hey, hey. It's a brand new day.